Very good morning, student. In this video, we will discuss about cellular respiration. Before that, you want to know respiration means what? Cellular means what? Cellular means cell inside or small organism. You know that unicellular or multicellular. How that cells will involve that respiration process. How that cells involved in respiration process inside of the cell. See the inside. Respiration means what? The exchanging of the gases from the body external atmosphere. From the body to external atmosphere. That means around us now the present in atmosphere. Atmosphere means already you know air mixture. Air mixture. They are present in so many air gases. What are that? Basically you know hydrogen and oxygen and carbon dioxide and helium and other than gases that mix it together. That is called in atmosphere. So that respiration exchanging of the gases from the organism to external atmosphere, that is called respiration. So respiration means exchanging of the gases. Gases the O2 and CO2. You take in oxygen and released in carbon dioxide. Plant will take in carbon dioxide and release in oxygen. The plant involved in the dual process. The one process that involved in during the daytime and one more process that will be involved in during the night time. You know that that's a basic concept. See, now I will explain about cellular respiration. How the cells is involved in cellular respiration. You take the plant. Now you will take a good example for plant. Plant, you know, this is just imagine this is a plant. See, during the daytime, presence of the sunlight or the abundant sunlight. Sunlight irukku. In the sunlight irukkuradhanaala daytime enna nadakkum? Which process they are involved in plant? They are involved in photosynthesis. During the daytime they are involved in photosynthesis. பகல என்ன நடக்கும் அப்படினா ஒளி சேர்க்கை நடக்கும்னு தெரியும். ஓகேவா? என்ன யோசிக்கணும் அப்படினா what do you think now? The plants that during the daytime they are only involved in photosynthesis process. Then how is possible they survive that life? Because of the any living organism want to survive means with help of the respiration. That means want to need that oxygen. Without oxygen is not possible that survive that life. அப்போ உயிருள்ள ஒரு உயிரினமானது அது உயிரை அதனுடைய உயிரை வந்து புலாங் பண்ணிக்கணும், அதாவது சர்வே பண்ணிக்கணும், உயிர் வாழணும், நீண்டு இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா கண்டிப்பாக அது பிரீத்திங் ப்ராசஸ் அதாவது ரெஸ்பிரேஷன் ப்ராசஸ் நடந்தே ஆகணும். ஆனால் பிளான்ட்ல டூரிங் த டே டைமில் சன்லைட் இருக்கிறதுனால என்ன நடக்குது அப்படின்னா ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ் நடக்குது. ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ் நடக்கும்போது ரெஸ்பிரேஷன் எப்படி நடக்கும்? ரெஸ்பிரேஷன் இஸ் நாட் இன்வால்வ் during that day time, only involved in photosynthesis. Then how the plants the present in living conditions? அப்போ photosynthesis தான் நடக்குது அப்படின்னா அந்த தாவரமானது பகல் பொழுதுல எப்படி உயிரோட இருக்குது? நமக்கு தெரியும் within the minutes or within the hours that any particular living organism is not involved in the respiration process means that particular organism will dead. Yes or no? But the plants that are present in living conditions. Why? Because that during the photosynthesis they are prepared in food material. They are prepared in food material. What that food material? Maybe that the glucose or energy. That's a starch. You know that. The glucose that during that energy releasing. That during that energy releasing means what? Here they are involved in two process. What are that? That's a metabolic activities. That's a metabolic process. அப்போ அந்த மெட்டபாலிக் ப்ராசஸில் என்ன பண்ணணும்னா பிரேக் டவுன் பண்ணும், பொருட்களை அதாவது உணவுப் பொருளை உடைக்கும், சிதைக்கும். சிந்தசிஸ் த ஃபுட் பார்ட்டிகல்ஸ். டூரிங் தட் சிந்தசிஸ் தட் டைம் வில் பி ப்ரொடியூஸ் த எனர்ஜி அட் த சேம் டைம் பை ப்ராடக்ட் வில் பி ரிலீஸ். விச் பை ப்ராடக்ட்? தட் இஸ் த ஆக்சிஜன். தட் ஆக்சிஜன் யூட்டிலைசிங் இன் இன்சைட் ஆஃப் த செல். அப்போ அந்த ஈக்குவேஷன்ல அந்த எனர்ஜியை உடைக்கும் போது அந்த ஃபுட் பார்ட்டிகல்ஸை உடைக்கும், சிறு 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 துகள்களாக உடைச்சி எனர்ஜியை கன்சியூம் பண்ணும்போது பை ப்ராடக்ட் அப்படின்னா வெளியேற்றக்கூடிய பொருள். வெளியேற்றக்கூடிய பொருளாக என்ன வரும் அப்படின்னா அப்படின்னா ஆக்சிஜன் வரும். அந்த ஆக்சிஜனை இங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய செல் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா கன்சியூம் பண்ணிக்குவாங்க. So the cell itself will consume that. That is called in cellular respiration. See, the cellular respiration, that before that you have to know the two type of respirations. What are that? That's a external respiration and internal respiration. External means what? Out of the body. You know, now only I told that the living organism, the release and the exchanging of the gases that between the external surface or external atmosphere. The external atmosphere itself, the exchanging the gases means that's called in external respiration. At the same process, at the same oxygen that utilizing in during the respiration time or inside of the organism or inside of the living cells itself, the exchanging means that's called in internal respiration. So that basically that respirations that are divided in two types, that is external and internal. See, the cellular respiration is the process by which organism break down glucose. Which organism break down glucose? Glucose is chemical formula what? That's a C6H12O6. This is the glucose. How that glucose will break down? With the help of the oxygen. How that oxygen they are utilizing? That oxygen getting from the energy. We are getting from that energy. That is that during that photosynthesis, that time we will release the glucose, at the same time oxygen they are releasing. That's a byproduct of photosynthesis. So this oxygen react with the carbon and one more react with the hydrogen will be released in energy. This light will consume that energy in particular organism and into form that the cell can use as energy. This energy is then made available to living cells in the form of ATP. This energy only is called in ATP. So the plant itself the storing energy, that is called what means that's a ATP. So adenine triphosphate. ATP means adenine triphosphate. And the cellular respiration take place in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. Cellular respiration take place in cytoplasm and mitochondria. Cytoplasm means what? The cell itself, the presence of the matrix substance. Just imagine this is a cell means cell itself, some textbooks that mention in dots. The minute dots that mentioned. The group of the dots that present. The dots here indicate in cytoplasm. Otherwise it is called in cyta. So which is serves the consistent cytoplasm, that cell is called in simply cyton. And there is the same cellular respirations that take place in mitochondria also of the cell. The cellular respiration is classified into two types. Cellular respiration is classified into two types. One of the that's a aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic and the anaerobic. Two type of respiration. The first one aerobic. See, aerobic. Aerobic means in this type of respiration the food substance are completely oxidized into H2O and CO2 with the release of energy. It requires atmospheric oxygen. That means the aerobic respiration means with the help of the oxygen. They are utilized with the help of the oxygen. Without oxygen that involved the respiration means that's called in anaerobic. What will happen that during the aerobic respiration, that time the presence of the carbon dioxide combined with the water will be producing glucose. That's a photosynthesis equation, you know. That glucose is the C6H12O6. This glucose is the end product of the photosynthesis. That means the energy of the plant, or used to ATP of the plants. That ATP C6H12O6 with the help of the oxygen, because of the particular organism that are involved in aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration means what? Want to utilize that oxygen. So here utilize that oxygen. That oxygen will react with the carbon and hydrogen will be released in CO2 and the water molecules H2O. At the same time will be released in energy. And then all higher organisms respire aerobically. All higher organism means what? That's a well-developed organism. Well-developed organisms that are involved in only aerobic respiration, and this reaction will release a large amount of energy. These reactions are released in large amount of energy. That's a glucose, oxygen will be released in carbon dioxide, water and energy. This is the equation formula. If you want to write the letters formations, you write, that's your wishes. Otherwise you don't know that letter formations, you make the spelling mistakes you want to avoid means just you write in chemical formula. And the anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration means the without oxygen are not utilized. Without oxygen are not utilized. That process of that respiration is called anaerobic respiration. See, the anaerobic respiration, in this of respiration, the partial oxidation of food take place and the organism release energy in the absence of oxygen. See, you know that before that, the presence of the food with help of the oxygen, the releasing energy. But this anaerobic, there also the present in food particles, but absence of the oxygen will release that energy. Then how the release means, this type of the respiration occur in organism like yeast. Which one the good example for anaerobic means? The yeast. Yeast and the ethyl alcohol and lactic acid and carbon dioxide are the byproduct of this process. These reactions release very little energy because glucose is not completely oxidized. So sometime we'll ask in that what are the difference between aerobic and anaerobic. Sometime we'll ask in what are the difference between aerobic and anaerobic. Just you have to write it in simply. Aerobic means with the help of the oxygen. Anaerobic means without help of the oxygen. Aerobic will release in large amount of energy. This anaerobic will release in small amount of the energy. And then aerobic will release in carbon dioxide and water molecules. This anaerobic will be released in ethanol and lactic acid. Aerobics they are having in so many types. They are basically classified in 4 types. But then anaerobic they will be present in only 2 stage or 4 stage and 2 stage. What are the yeast that are involved in fermentation process. And then good example for the aerobic, that's higher plant and animals. And anaerobic, that's a good example for yeast. Like that you have to classify what are the difference between aerobic and anaerobic. And for example, yeast cell convert the glucose into carbon dioxide and the ethanol with the release of energy without using oxygen. So what is the equation of the anaerobic means? Just you make the equation. The first you want to write in glucose C6H12O6 and will be released in ethanol. Ethanol means what? C2H5OH. This is the ethanol and then carbon dioxide CO2 plus energy. See, during this equation you is not utilizing energy. At the same time, you combine with anaerobic equations that we can easily identify where utilizing oxygen or not utilizing. This is the anaerobic equation, and now writing the aerobic C6H12O6 and then O2 will be used in CO2 plus H2O plus energy. Now you see the 2 equations. Here presence of the oxygen, so this called in aerobic. Here is not present, that means the absence of the oxygen, so this called in anaerobic. Here the release in ethanol, carbon dioxide. Here released in CO2 and H2O. Here released in low energy. Here released in high energy. That's it. This like you want to make a answer. And the metabolism. See, the metabolism means that's a sum of chemical reaction. Metabolism means sum of chemical reactions. What are the chemical reactions? They are involved in chemicals. How that react? Maybe the small molecules will combine a large compound, or large molecules the breakdown of the small molecules. That's a chemical reactions. அப்போ இந்த chemical reaction அப்படினா ஒண்ணும் இல்ல, அப்போ chemical குள்ள பிணைப்பு ஏற்படலாம் அல்லது சிதைவு ஏற்படலாம். அது செக்ரிகேட்டும் ஆகலாம் அல்லது ஜாயிண்ட் டுகெதராவும் ஃபார்ம் ஆகலாம். That is the metabolism. See, the metabolism is the sum of chemical reaction by which living organisms sustain their life. Living organisms want to sustain their life means that we need involved in metabolic activities or metabolic process. The metabolism consists of anabolism and catabolism. What are that? That's a anabolism and then catabolism. This 2 successive stage is called in metabolism. So the anabolism means the buildup. That buildup. Other than the small molecules that join together will be make a large compound. That is buildup of substance. And catabolism means that's a breakdown. Breakdown of the substance. Breakdown of the substance means what? The presence of the large substance or the large compound will be breakdown. And the term metabolism is commonly used to refer specifically to the breakdown of food and its transformation into energy, cellular product and waste elimination. During the metabolic activities, the term will be produced in waste materials. That waste material means which substance you are not utilizing for the activities or not using that activities. That is called metabolism. And see, now I will explain about the one by one anabolism and catabolism. First one, anabolism. Anabolism means constructive metabolism is all about building up and strong or the story. You know that's a photosynthesis equation. Just imagine that you understood that photosynthesis equation. That's it. That's a anabolism. அப்போ photosynthesis equation எப்படி பிரேம் பண்ணுமோ அது எப்படி வொர்க் அவுட் பண்ணுமோ அத தெரிஞ்சிக்கிட்டீங்க அத அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படினா anabolism over. See, the anabolism for constructive metabolism is all about building and storing. It support the growth of new cell. This support growth of new cell. That means just easily understood the presence of the water molecules and combined with the carbon dioxide will be make a new compound or the new substance. Which one? That's a glucose. C6H2O and O6. See, this is the combined together will be form a new one or new cell or new substance. The maintenance of the body tissue and the storage of energy for use in the future. This is the energy we are utilizing. In case excess amount of the energy that utilizing in our body itself means that energy want to utilize in future activities. In case you are not utilizing in future activities means that will be accumulated in particular point. That excessively the present means that time the sugar level will be increased. That time easily affected in sugar disease. That's the reason that easily affected the sugar disease in the some person that eating and sitting and sleeping and eating like that doing activities. That person is not effort or is not doing in any activities. Simply sitting and sleeping or is not doing in more hard work. Like that persons will be affected the disease in easily. And during anabolism, the small molecules are changed into larger. During anabolism, this is the anabolism. Small molecules. The water is a small molecule. Carbon dioxide is a small molecules. These two small molecules that combined together will be make a large molecules. That's a glucose. And the more complex molecules are carbohydrate, protein, and fat. The glucose also one of the carbohydrate. Why? Because of the glucose means what? The take place in one glucose molecules. So the glucose molecules that present means that's a classified under the carbohydrate. The before that you know the carbohydrate the classified in on the basis of sugar molecules the classified monosaccharide, disaccharide and polysaccharide. This is a monosaccharide. So the good example for carbohydrate. And the example glucose, glucagon and other sugar. What are the examples of anabolism? Like that anyone asking me to just you want to write that examples. Now I will write the example in order. The first one glucose. This is converted in glycogen. Some textbook will give in glucagon and other food and then amino acid. Amino acid that's an enzyme. Enzymes, hormones, and protein. And then fatty acid. Cholesterol and other steroid. This is the good examples of anabolism. And the next I will explain about catabolism. See, the catabolism means the destructive metabolism is the process that produces the energy required for all activities in the cell. In this process, the cell break down large molecules. So, during that catabolism, easier mind வச்சுக்கணும் அப்படின்னா catabolism, keta அப்படின்னா தவறு நடக்குது நம்ம சொன்னோம் இல்லையா, தப்பு நடக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். So, the process of the large compound or large substance. This large substance breakdown. How will that break down? The presence of the equations of glucose C6H2O O6 with the help of the hexagon will break down, will make a small molecules. That's a carbon dioxide and water molecules and the energy. So like the large substance is converted to the small species, means that's called a catabolism. இதுக்கு பேர் தான் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க அப்படின்னா catabolism அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. The example mostly carbohydrates and the fat to release energy. This energy released provide fuel for anabolism and heat the body and enable the muscles to contract and the body of the move. They very simple. The catabolism already you feel in the whenever you put in more effort or when you walk in the stress, that time you want to utilize in more than amount of the energy. That much of the energy is not present in our body, means the excess energy you are getting from the muscle cells. Because of the muscle cells already will store in some amount of the external energy. Because of that, your living organism or our body itself, they are involved in two type of respiration. External respirations, they are utilized in your nose or your nostril where the release in or exchanging of the gases, that's a external respiration. And internal respiration, they are involved in our muscles. The muscles itself are stored in the fat. That fat form to burn, you will get the energy. And then as complex chemical unit are break down into more simple substance, the waste product released in this process of catabolism are removed from the body through the skin, kidney, lungs and intestine. Because of this are in, they are released are excretory substance. The excretory substance means the waste product materials that present in our body, means that product want to release. The example carbohydrate. What are the example of the catabolism? Carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is converted to the glucose and then glucose converted to the CO2, H2O and heat and then protein, amino acids. See, the repeated anabolism and catabolism reactions that maintain the homeostatic conditions. Homeostatic condition அப்படினா ஒண்ணும் இல்ல, ஒரே நிலைமையில இருக்கக்கூடிய சீரான மாற்றங்கள். சீரா ஒரே மாதிரி வச்சிருக்கும். The body maintain in homeostatic conditions is not increase or the decrease their body temperature. They maintain the same temperature. In case that during that metabolic activities, any one activities is not involved or not perform their function, means will be the change in that activities. That hetero அப்படின்னு சொல்லிடுவாங்க. Change in the body temperature. And then the metabolic process is the causes for maintaining ionic balance in the body. It is also responsible for movement and growth, development, maintenance and repair of the cell, tissue and the human body. This metabolic reaction occur in different organ and living organism. In the metabolic activities வந்து ஒவ்வொரு செல்லுக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு ஹார்மோனுக்கும் டிஃபர் ஆகும். That means now you are considered unicellular. Unicellular is no need than more much of energy. The unicellular means lighter. This organism want to need small amount of the energy they are having, means that's enough. So no need in maximum amount of the energy. In case if you consider that multi-organism, means multi-organism, they are multicellular organism. That multicellular organism needs the presence of the so many millions of the cells. Each and every cells want to need that energy. So that time want to involve in mechanical process. That's a metabolic activities or metabolism. that during that metabolism want to involve in two process, that's a anabolism and catabolism. Okay, say let us the quick review the today's session. Cellular respiration. Cellular respiration means a cell itself the exchanging of the gases, that's called in cellular respiration. The basically you know two type of respiration, that's a external and internal. Internal only you call in cellular respiration. Cellular respiration they are having the two types, that's aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic means with the help of the oxygen that involve the process or that will get the energy, that's a aerobic. Anaerobic means without oxygen, not utilize that oxygen. ஆக்சிஜனை யூஸ் பண்ணாம எனர்ஜி ரிலீஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க, அவங்க அனரோபிக் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். இதுல மெட்டபாலிசம் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ் இருக்கு. மெட்டபாலிசம் அப்படின்னா வளர்ச்சிதை மாற்றம், டே டு டே நடக்கக்கூடிய வளர்ச்சிதை மாற்றங்கள். அதுல ரெண்டு ஸ்டேஜ் இருக்கு, கெட்டபாலிசம் அண்ட் அனபாலிசம். அனபாலிசம் அப்படின்னா the small particles, small molecules, சின்ன சின்ன மாலிகூல்ஸ் எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து ஒரு பெரிய மாலிகூல்ஸை ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணும். அதுதான் கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு கம்பைன்ட் வித் த water molecules will be producing carbohydrate, that's a glucose. அது என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம்னா அனபாலிசம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். அடுத்து கெட்டபாலிசம். கெட்டபாலிசம் அப்படின்னா large molecules will break down. அப்போ glucose will be breakdown of the energy, carbon dioxide and water molecules and energy. இதை என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம் அப்படின்னா கெட்டபாலிசம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். அப்போ இந்த அனபாலிசம் கெட்டபாலிசம் சேர்ந்து தான் மெட்டபாலிசம் சொல்லுவோம். இந்த மெட்டபாலிசம் ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ் என்ன அப்படின்னா எல்லா ஆர்கானிசம்லையும் எல்லா டிஷ்யூலையும் எல்லா செல்லும் ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்குமா அப்படின்னா கண்டிப்பாக இருக்காது. இட்ஸ் நாட் present and constantly. At the same time the each and every organism they are involved in different activities. ஒவ்வொரு செல்லுக்கும் அதோட எனர்ஜி எவ்வளோ தேவையோ அதை பொறுத்து தான் இதனுடைய மெட்டபாலிசம் ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ் இருக்கும். ஓகே, in this video you will complete this lesson. Thank you.